We are in week 11. We'll be jumping into week 12 at some point with this video series for the 2-color poster. This is the stuff that's attached to week 11, just tells you what I will be going through. I'll put up a calendar here shortly that will have some due dates and just how we're going to proceed with the 2-color poster. But let's get into week 11. Reading quiz 11's up here. Final frame for the figure ground. Both these are covered in previous videos. One thing you're going to need for the 2-color poster are some images. So you're going to collect 10 images and put them and turn them in here. It's going to be a series of photographs that you take. If you have a series of 10 things that fit this criteria that I'm going to go over, that's fine too. You're going to submit 10 images, and I'll change this. So it says submit 10 images. The images should have a range of perspective, actions, close-ups, surroundings, activity, etc. So for example, if your focus was the park, your collection of images would be statues, rivers and other bodies of water, hiking trails, playground equipment, things of those sort you would see in a park. What we're not going to see are faces or body parts, pets, or people up close. So if there are people in your pictures, they need to be far away and we cannot tell who they are. They're just part of the background. And also to include with these 10 images, you're going to write a paragraph about why you chose the pictures that you picked or that you took. An example of that would be here. Let's go to downloads. So I've got some pictures here. I was at a conference a couple years ago and I got pictures of the hotel. And I'm flipping through these kind of quick because you have access to these on Blackboard. You can look through for an example. And then here's my paragraph of why I took the pictures. That's really all I'm looking for. I know there's 20 images here, but you only need to do 10. And I marked 2 of them that I'm going to be using in this assignment. I'll get back to that a little bit later. Your 2-color poster is going to be a portrait orientation. The end size is going to be 28 by 42. And the words that are going to be on the poster are free and restricted. We'll talk more about that in depth as we get to this part of the assignment. 2-color poster prep. So here's a process document that you'll be using. It'll end up looking like this as we get things filled in. And you'll have a place where you're going to add a description about why you chose, about your design decisions basically. There and on the first page too. And I've got just some extra videos here you can watch that will help you with design process and color. These things will be on a final that's coming up in May. Prep work for the 2-color poster. Here is your reading. Another video. These videos talk about CMYK versus Pantone colors. It'd be in your best interest to watch these videos as it'll help you understand Pantones and CMYK, and it'll help you study for the upcoming final. See, so at this point, if you have not turned in your figure ground final, you need to do that before you continue. Otherwise, you have nothing to work with. But let's continue on to two color poster. This here has your grading rubric. You'll start here for the poster. It's got some readings. Some of the stuff we've already read, so it'll be a bit of a review for you. Beginning of poster, developing the color renderings. I don't bother reading all these to you, but we'll go through all these. Probably a video for each of them. For right now, let's go to start here. Here's the Pantone color sheet that you can use. Same rules as last time. You're going to use one of these Pantone colors per part you color in, and I'll show you that as we get going. Typefaces. There's 5 typefaces we can use for this class, and here they are. We've got some more readings and a little video about visual identity. So we're going to collect a few things before we get into Photoshop. I'm going to skip down to Process Document PDF. I'm going to download that. Because I think I've already got one of these in. Here we go. Already in download. So I'm going to move this over to Illustrator. And throughout the course of this assignment, we're going to fill in this process document. Now, what is a process document? A process document is a way to document our progress or our process as we're making something. This is so if need to, we can prove later that this is an original idea that we made. It's not something we saw online or on a video or anything like that or on YouTube, but we created this on our own, and here's our proof. Right now we're going to focus in on these first 3 pages, mainly these second 2 here. So I'm going to talk about our research, 2 or 3 paragraphs of our concept development. This can really wait until last. We're just going to fill in images here, and then we're going to include our visuals, which I'm going to do that here momentarily. This begins our project mapping. And right here, our 3rd page is the ideation process. That's where we're going to take our figure ground black and white and crop some pieces out of it. But for right now, we need to gather a few things. I'm going to need the black and white figure ground, not the color one. If you use the color one, it's going to cause you all kinds of problems. Let me lock the mask layer. So we're going to cut out just this that's already masked. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. So Command-Shift-4 will get us the crosshairs, and I am going to cut this out like so. And then I also need the cube, so I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it here, but again, we're going to shrink this down. About that big is good. I'm going to do a file place. And let's go to desktop and let's get this screenshot here. Okay, those 2 are good. And then I'm going to need the 2 images I've taken, 2 of those 10 images I've taken. So I'm going to do another file place. Go to downloads. And I've already got 2 marked here, so I'm going to grab both of these. And I'm grabbing both of those by holding down the Command key. So I can grab two things that are not next to each other. And we've got 1 and 2. Alright, so the first page is done. There's still some space down here where I can type in my 2 to 3 paragraphs from my research. And before I end this video, something else we'll need to do is that you'll need to change the background color to any color you want, just so long as it's not competing with the foreground. I'm going to stop this video here and start a new video where we're going to take some crops out of this image here and place 6 of them here.